Hello everybody, Visitory. I'm here with another episode of BeamNG Drive Career Mode, Vanilla style, in this one for Friday's episode. And yeah, last episode I remember we did some stuff here with this guy. We do have an accident forgiveness and vouchers. We can go ahead and grab the Beam series, but we'll actually be grabbing our 2400i here, which is of course going to spawn out there. I ran on into that. I was hoping to kind of sidestep and get on over towards this way. So we got a few different things we can kind of look into doing here, to be honest. If we go into one key off, there we go, into the map area here. There's some missions, different things like that. We've done some deliveries and stuff, and that's been doing pretty good. We don't want to be getting too stale. We got to kind of change things up a little bit. We got a couple of time trials right here we could definitely try to do. This could get us a little bit more money. Yeah. And I think maybe it wouldn't be too big of a deal. We got 6,500 credits we could earn there. We got 11,500 for that one. So let's start with the 6,500 credit one right here. Go ahead and knock some more of these out, get us some more credits. We can slowly start to build up getting some more vehicles in. And I almost forgot. We need to hit Alt-W and get our weather running too. There we go. Thought I seen a car up that way, but he must have turned down the gravel road there. This will just be right over to our right there. Go ahead and make a little bit of money, and then maybe we can look into actually building up something, or at least look into buying a T-Series if we get enough money to hopefully start doing some trailer deliveries. So I know those are pretty good for making money. And first. That's first. There we go. Yeah, it's going to have us go down and around to get on in over to the other side there. A couple of little lag spikes. Something must be loading in. Actually hit our console, we can kind of see. Yeah, getting textures and stuff coming in and out for the license plates. And I did want to cover something really quick, actually. I forgot to do this before, so since we're here, we're going to kind of go through it. I was taking a look into some of my performance and stuff like that. This detail right here. Okay, we got a distance here, but this is actually like a detail distance as well. This is like distance number 2. We have this frame rate just skyrockets. So you can look in the mirror on the very left side. You can kind of see how things are like fading in and out. So yeah, if we put it at 0.3, we'll still have a decent amount of distance behind us, enough to see traffic and things that actually matter. But that, I noticed, has been a big game changer in performance for me, at least. Stalled it. All right. So yeah, full circuit challenge. We'll go for that one. That's going to be the 11,000 credit one. So let's see. We got the K series, Bastion, or our vehicle. Let's go have a littion fun. We're going to take the Bastion on out. No traction control, just the ABS that it comes with. Let's see how badly this goes. We're good, maybe. Maybe I'll manage to drive it okay. I think, though, I'm going to spin out. Honestly, I really do. I'm not great with rear-wheel drive. All-wheel drive and front-wheel drive cars are definitely where it's at for me. A lot more forgiving as well, you know, so. Also, we should turn off rain, but it's not going to turn off. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and hit this again, see if we get, there we go, we get something clear. All right, 6 minutes, 20 seconds, a lap under 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Okay, we need to make sure we get this into traction control off. I think our headlight needs to be on. Just a little bit of a spin there in first gear. Normally I'd say warming up the tires, but since we don't have tire thermals in the vanilla playthrough here, it's not really something to worry about. We don't have to worry about anything more than brakes and engine thermals, really. A little bit wide on the exit, that's for sure. That cost us a little bit of time, but not a whole lot. Definitely got good speed coming down this straight here. We hit the speed limiter at 140 miles an hour there. Gonna brake just a little bit early. There we go. Definitely early, really early. I could probably get close to the bottom of the hill there, that section. I can get pretty close to that probably for braking heavy. There we go. Very smooth. Managed to actually hang on to everything here. A little bit of sliding here and there, but nothing horrible, it seems. Trying to kind of brake a little bit later. That might push us wide, but gotta rely more on just heavily hitting the brakes here. Of course, we're getting rain now. Guess we're getting the challenge really going here. We do have one more lap after this, so we'll see how that changes things, if at all. The front brake's fading a little bit there. Definitely with not running traction control, we don't have the brakes being used to help keep us straight. Gonna brush that there on the inside a little bit. Bottomed out the front end there, but it seems like traction wise we are doing just fine right now. I don't feel like anything has changed massively. And we're on our final lap now. Let's see what we can do here. Brake fade definitely not helping us here with that. A little bit of slide there from the rear end as well. A little bit of sliding there on the exit. So far, I'm not massively noticing any differences with the traction or anything like that, so. Pushed a little bit wide there. It's trying to hold a little bit of throttle, but it's holding just a little bit too much on that. It's gonna cut a little bit right there. There we are. What did we get for a grand total on time? 6 minutes and 19 seconds. So we managed within half a second to get that. We did not get the best lap, though. We were half a second off of that. So kind of a close deal there. As far as rewards, though, we got 11,500 plus our multiplier for 2,875 credits, putting us to a total of 72,744 credits. Got another voucher back, and we unlocked several more challenges here. So that's kind of a good thing there. I'm kind of curious. I think, yeah, the commercial garage would be the closest area that we have to us right now. I'm trying to think about taking a look for a T-Series, but let's go ahead and hit the chicane challenge. So essentially, the exact same thing as what we did here. What I'm going to do, though, is Alt-W, disable, re-enable. I think it was Control-Alt and W. I'm going to go ahead, pause, and then we hit it to sunny and dry. And we'll repause. So we might have a little bit of difficulty seeing, but it's going to otherwise be the exact same. Control-Alt-W, there we go. So yeah, otherwise it won't really mess with anything there. Now we can go ahead and hit chicane challenge here. Do we want to use our vehicle? Probably not. Looks like we only would be able to use the ETK series. Otherwise, I don't know if we'd really have the capability to get it done. We need to hit 140 miles an hour at minimum on that back straight, but if I put slicks on the car, maybe you could do it, you know. Let's give it a whack. We'll see what we can do. Just got to be careful because any damages will persist to the car. That's kind of the thing that's nice about taking other vehicles to do this stuff. I really don't have any faith in that we will be able to do anything good with this, but we're going to try anyway. I am going to give it my best here. Accidentally hit the blinker there. Okay, we're going through here at this lower half of the track. This is a good little challenge to change things up a little bit, just because I know pretty well what I'm doing here within this one, so. There we go. Gonna need to shift down there. A little bit early on this shift, but I think we got it. Just trying to shift quickly here is all that I'm trying to do. Keep her holding down that way. Push on over here. You can tip on in. Getting lots of body roll and stuff like that. Definitely not a race car, but I am thoroughly impressed with how it's doing here. Managing to pull a little bit of a drift right there. Not really going to be great for our time, but a little bit of a cheeky spot like that. I just thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, I could save a little time there. We don't want to completely hit the corner, the apex of that corner there on the inside. I want to save it for kind of tuck it in tighter on this one here. I didn't really nail it like I wanted to, but let's see what we did. We had a best time of 1:12.464 with a total time of 3:45. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy because, yeah, if we had slicks put on this thing, easily be able to get that done. That gave us a little bit of money. Let's continue here. Excuse me there. And this will kind of put us back to a good spot to head on over to Commercial Garage. Maybe we could take a look into doing something with this car here. All right, hop on out here. And there we go. Now we can grab it. Let's see what we can really do. Tires. So we have the we have something interesting. 195/60s in the back, but 205s in the front. What do we have here? 205 50/15s. Let's see. 205, 50, 15 sports. Yeah, somehow, probably my fault, I'll be honest. Somehow we got that. And I think we're running all-wheel drive, right? I mean, that felt like all-wheel drive. The rear end was moving, but not as hard as it should have. And we don't have the exhaust, that's right. We didn't put one in there. We left that alone. Let's see. Engine. There we are. Yeah, and transmission. Yes, we got an all-wheel drive, so that alone is gonna affect our time right there. That would kind of explain why the rear end was very lively like that, because it was essentially braking, so to speak, because it was trying to move slower because of a smaller tire. Let's see. Yeah, we only have the racing ECU, of course. Let's go ahead and put a racing oil pan in there. We're going to make sure we get this thing so that way it doesn't die on us either. We'll put in a stage 1 performance block. We'll just go for the fun of that. So we'll just push in things a little bit here. Just a little bit. And I mean, front bumper, where are we at for that? So yeah, we got a front lip chin spoiler. We do have that little chin on there. Yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, I don't think there's really too much else we can do. We've added a little bit of horsepower. I mean, we could definitely see. Cool. Oh, okay. That's apparently still on. I didn't think so, but yeah, that's okay. There we go. Tires. I kind of forgot about it, I will be honest, too. We can do 195/50 racing tires. I mean, the power that we get alone should be better for handling that. The other thing I can think about is the suspension. So let's take a look here. Rear suspension, rear struts. We could probably do something like sport mode. Just a little bit of a bump on that. With the sport sway bars and everything like that. Our brakes are going to be fine, I'm pretty sure. Let's do some sport brakes. We'll go ahead and upgrade so they just handle that a little bit better. Yeah, 346 in the rear. I want to make sure, too, that we have that kind of staying the same way for the front. You know, between them both like that. I want to make sure that everything stays good. Just double check. Let's see. There's no... It's going to be under front suspension for that. 346, 346. Beautiful. Could do racing steering in there, but I think I'll leave it. It's not bad the way it is. Sport brakes and sport front struts. So that is essentially going to lower the car a little bit better and help it handle a little bit better. It's going to have less body roll, be a little bit lower, and should do a lot better considering. Let's hit the assess performance and see what we have for performance on this thing now. You know, I put on the lights, the high beams, the fog lights, so hopefully see it a little bit better. Be kind of a little sporty car. 14.3? Yeah, that's all right. Should have gained a little bit of power from the stage 1 block, though, in all honesty, so I don't think that's too bad. 256 horsepower, that's pretty good. You know, considering all-wheel drive and everything like that, not too bad. Braking force, a little bit on the lower side, but yeah, let's see. Current test results do I have? The previous, yes, we gained 50 horsepower right there. And our braking force, we went 14.8.9 to 14.3, so we lost half a second on our time. Lost isn't a good thing. Went down. So, I mean, things do seem a bit better. Let's go ahead, try refreshing to something a little bit better here. One more shot. There we go. Now we'll disable it, and we've got sunny weather here. That and things probably to rev a little bit higher would help a lot too, but being that we only have the racing ECU, it's going to be a very big challenge to kind of hit that. Let's go ahead and try out how this goes down the straight here. So we can see on our speedometer, we had the ability to read up to 160. Whether or not we hit that is a whole nother story, but 50 extra horses here might make enough of a difference we can actually get that going. He's supposed to be at time sitting at the drag strip there. Yeah, Bruckle, we were hitting 140 there, so a little bit of a scrape right on through there, but we'll go ahead, we'll take the ETK and the other ETK, not this one, unfortunately, but we could definitely try using this again for another one. So we have a chicane challenge. We're going to go ahead, take the traditional ETK it gives us. I think it's still going to be a rear-wheel drive. They really don't like to give out all-wheel drive cars unless it's rally. Kind of stinks, but get what we get. So there we are. Here's the car. Let's go ahead and make sure we get this stuff on. Go ahead, hit the start button. Pull off our traction control. Because I think, yeah, it would say all-wheel drive if it was, but it's just a 6-cylinder here like this, so let's see how badly this goes. We have a manual as well here. Definitely corners much better. Has more torque. Oh, it's rear-wheel drive. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, it probably does. I mean, just basing it on how this is kind of pulling here. I'm not very good at that chicane, I'll admit. And this is a very low revving inline 6, I gotta be honest here. Only going up to 5,000 RPM is kind of crazy to me. That does not work that way. Well, our first lap was a 109. Let's see if we can really beat that. Reconfigure with our car. I feel like I really can, especially if I hit that interior cut on that corner. It is cheesy, yes, but like I say all the time, if they don't want us to do it, they shouldn't allow it to happen. So 1 minute 6 is what I managed to do with the other one on this first lap. That'll tell me if I'm close or not. I think that extra 50 horsepower could make the difference though. As well as having our tires appropriately sized now. A little bit slidey through that bit there, but I think with the cut they're kind of even out if anything. Tried to exit too quick there for sure. So yeah, we were at a 113 for our first lap, so there's like a whole 6 seconds right there. And then I just pushed wide there. Just going straight outside there, down to a 110 at our fastest lap, so yeah, I don't have a lot of hope. I mean, we're 10 seconds off yet, so yeah, this isn't going to work too well quite yet, but if I put the slicks on, I swear that would be it. That would be all we would need, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and continue here. Let's go ahead and we'll also teleport here back to Commercial Garage. We'll see if we can find ourselves T-Series. So let's see, purchase vehicles. And see what we can find. All the way on down here, there's some trailers, some cars that would be really nice and quick to have. Not seeing a T-Series though, unfortunately. Do have an MD series, but that's not quite what I was hoping to grab. Should I do it though? Should I go and find me an ETK? Hopefully something all-wheel drive, even if it's the inline 6, we can still get it to do some good stuff. Don't want to necessarily go directly to a hatchback though. They're not bad in my opinion, but less weight, more speed, more faster and better. This is a 4-cylinder though, KC and 4-cylinder for that. So yeah, there's a Bastion in there, Bastion Lux, a few others like that. Contemplating a BX series as well, though that wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's only rear-wheel drive, though. Like I said, I'm not great with doing that. It looked like I was doing good, but I don't think I was doing that great, honestly. So, yeah, otherwise there's a crew cab MD right there. I mean, I really don't think there is any vehicles here that are actually too great, so... I mean, the other thing I can do, like I said, is put on some tires. But I think we'll leave it. We should be relatively okay here. And we're going to go ahead and take a look then and see what other ones we've unlocked. It's still showing the layout for this weird thingy. That's a little bit of a bug, I think, there. Until I hovered over something and then it went and got fixed. Let's see. Was it... in here, yes. So we got the mixed marathon here, the city tour. I know that like some of these are pretty good for making money. Like this one is very good. So I think we'll go ahead and just do mixed marathon. We'll go pop up to that way and see what we can do with that. It's telling me I have a milestone. I don't know if that's accurate. Yes. Level 4 cargo delivery. 25 different facilities, 35 branches in BMRA, and 300 kilometers of distance driven? I was going to say droven, but that's not right. It's driven or drove. I don't know. Whether we want to look at it which way for the deal there. So you're going to try to tell me to go straight to the dirt here. You better move. Give him a little honk, too. Only doing 35. Go ahead and take the little shortcut here. Have a little bit of fun. Perfect. This is going to be the Hiroshi Sunburst. The only other option is our vehicle, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. No penalty time is my ideal goal. And I typically do that. I typically do not get any penalty times. I'm not even sure how you actually do that, so. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it left us in sport mode. It put us all nice and ready to go, so that's great. Go ahead and put on the headlights, but not the high beams. Just so that way I can kind of see the dash there, see the RPMs and stuff. Kind of bouncing around there. That didn't really help anything at all. As I recall, we go that way. Kind of tuck it a little bit here. We should be able to kind of cut through into this very nicely. Watch that. There we go. Ooh, that was very close. Brake later than you think you're going to need there. Don't accelerate as hard as I did, though. Full throttle's not the deal. Especially whatever that was that just blew the windshield out. Got to give that one more shot again here. Let's take off this traction control, though. I think that's not helping me any. I think it's kind of fighting with the differential deal that they got here. Pop on over here so we can cut this in a little bit closer. Kind of follow that line, pop over to this one, there we go. Oh yeah. That didn't go so well. Somehow still running. We managed to just clip that pole. I was hoping to go around it. So I realized I was going too quick, but that did not happen. Let's restart. And maybe only because... Let's see what we can do with ours. This may not go so well, but to have fun, we gotta have a bit of risk. We don't even have the same power as the sunburst, I could tell that right now. And that can cost us massively on this too. We got some long straights here. I think we do have more suspension compliance though than the sunburst, so got to pull to the right now. Oh geez, here we go. And we're upside down. Oh, just sliding down the hill gently. Yep. Oh, that was a really big flip. I wish I would have had another camera to see on that, because we were airborne for a little while there. And then just flipped her on around. Yeah, let's see. It doesn't look too bad other than being... The roof got squished. What is it pulling that up for? That's not what I'm looking for. We're going to have to abandon that, unfortunately, because, yeah, there we go. Now we can see, like, even the driver's seat is crooked. All because I got the steering messed up, and that just threw me off. Like, the whole car shifted on over. All sorts of messed up here. That did not work out at all. Do not do that. That is the lesson here, because this car is great, but not for anything more than having some fun. We can't keep up on the track. We can't keep up there in the rally. And we'll use a voucher, but our insurance policy score is going to go up, unfortunately. Let's see again, because I know this is supposed to every 15 minutes kind of go, and I'm wondering if it's done that and refreshed. It doesn't look like it has, though. But I was hoping to see if we could find ourselves something we can build up for a vehicle, but I don't see anything there, and I don't see any T-Series either. And we could get this TT Sport dual clutch right here. We could get a Heritage Edition even. 547 horsepower. I mean, that's enticing, I will be honest. They did up the inventory slots too, it looks like, because I haven't touched anything. We got 17. It used to be 10, so they must have went up to 20. We got this, we got the van, we got the trailer. Man. And it was kind of a now or never, because it may not show up again. We're gonna do this right towards the end of the episode here, sure, but And now this car has one door panel that was unaffected. The rest of it is completely white. It's kind of idling funky too. Now by the time we get back over to the shop, the car should be pretty much delivered. We can pull it on over. That Heritage Edition I've used a couple of times, played around with. It's a very good vehicle, very capable. We still got a little bit of time on that. We also have our H series here. Let's go ahead and pull that out since we got a few moments here. We'll put that on over. I don't know why it spawns the big vehicles back here and the small ones up there, but better than the other spot where it spawns them way out in the middle of nowhere. Be careful there, make sure I don't flip anything too hard there. Let's go ahead and set it kind of like that. Don't need to leave it idling either. Maybe, probably not, but maybe I could get lucky and keep this with the stock color. Probably not, knowing my luck, but yeah. Kind of, so we've got a little bit of like a sport wing there, you know. It'll do a little something, but what are we in? There we go. Let's go into TT Sport Plus here. Hear that exhaust open up a bit. Kind of see though. Hit the sportsman tree, why not? And we'll get ourselves a random opponent and we'll see how quickly we can take this thing down. I mean, again, it's 547 horsepower. Yes, it was 60,000, but we can always work towards the T series yet again, especially considering the events that we have available. Look at that speed. We're almost to the line. I mean, I paused just at the right time. Look at that. We left that other one behind. And there's our time slip. So we did a 10.7. So we're in the 10s for a quarter mile with the stock car. And I mean, 1,000 foot is 9 seconds. We were 106 miles an hour. Reaction time was horrendous. At just almost a third of a second there. I mean, like, that was kind of crazy. We still didn't get any rewards, though. I don't know why it started moving. That was a little interesting. You know, I know I was in second gear, but holy cow. Now if we go down and go over to the chicane type of a deal here, right? This is usually a pretty good starting point. Get a little bit of speed up for this corner coming up here. Hitting some really good speed here. I mean, 170. Yeah, there's 170. We're gonna slow down here. $170 miles an hour is pretty good down that straight. This could be our race car, though. We could definitely put some slicks on it when I get some more money up and everything. let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's tow this back. Commercial garage. Let's just see how much that would cost. So maybe we could just do it. So I have 9,200. Sport plus 2R to race tires. Yeah, we can do that. 800 credits. This will be our new time attack car here. Got a pretty healthy sized trunk too here. The flashlight really doesn't show it. It's all just pitch black even for me on my screen, so I was hoping to see, but yeah, it's not too bad. Really slow to close, but I know that they changed it because of this wings and stuff would get in the way at times, so yeah, that's just love it. Love this car. I honestly do. Hatchback or not, this edition is very nice here. Get some extra stitching in here and all kinds of other goodies. Let's go ahead and pull out on this light here. We can see carbon fiber in the center console here. No rear seats or anything like that, just the two here. Looks like Alcantara style on the dash. I mean, it's just nice car for Heritage Edition. 60,000. This is a pretty good deal that we got on this. Now we got a random car that just parked right there in the spot that I was hoping to have open. So here's a fun little trick, and we're only going to do this because this car is in my way and I want to delete it. It opened up the world editor, even in vanilla. They likely will change that someday, because there is some things that you can do to the game like that. I mean, nothing that I would say would be strictly game breaking, but you know, for example, damage a car, you can actually fix it for free that way. So yeah, probably wouldn't hurt to have that. But there we go. We got our 3 cars here, plus our trailer, which is not here currently, but honestly, yeah, I think this is a good start. We got ourselves a car that's good for getting around, car that's going to be for our time of track and other like racing orientated stuff that's not rally racing, of course, you know, the street racing. We got our van to do some stuff there. We just need the T-Series, a couple of trailers, some stuff like that. I think it'll be pretty good. I know we're a little bit early on this, but I think that's what I'm going to call it for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit the subscribe button, especially if you want to see some more vanilla or RLS modded career mode. Go ahead and join my Discord down in the description if you are interested as well in directly talking to me, taking a look at some other stuff that I share in there, everything like that. And let me know down in the comments how it is coming along for you guys, how you feel like these episodes are going. But otherwise, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Take care. Bye-bye.